Welcome to Country Kickback, where you'll hear the latest music from performers you already know and discover new music and artists from around the world. If you have an artist you'd like us to chat with, reach out to the team at countrykickback.com, or you can watch our live videos and more by following us on social media and YouTube. Here is your host, Danni Shaw, with the latest from Country Kickback.
Hello, two of us.
Two of us.
It's a bit of a surprise. Hello, everybody. Kaz, I can see you in the room already. You're quick. I don't know how these people get so quick at getting to the rooms. It takes me that long to find the things on my phone. Welcome, Scott. You have not been live with us before. It's a bit exciting.
No, it's very exciting, very nerve-wracking. I'm a bit toey at the moment, I must admit. But no, thanks for having me on. It's fantastic to finally be on the show and say hi to everyone out there.
Yeah, because Scott, I know I talk about you all the time and tell people that you are always behind the scenes helping with videos and advertising and booking and anything and everything, the website, the lot. You work really hard, but we haven't been able to get you on the screen until now, so it's a little bit exciting.
I'm on my training wheels tonight, so let's see how we go, hey?
Because, yes. Hi, Kaz. Kaz has popped in and said to say hello. So I was telling you before about the comments and how sometimes we don't see them. It scrolls too quickly, but so it's really good. I always try, but thanks for joining, Kaz. How was your weekend? Did you get out to any live music on the weekend?
Kaz or myself?
Both. Anyone. Yeah. Did you get to see anything?
Well, last weekend went down, not the weekend just gone, but the one before, went down and seen Taylor Rodriguez and Brooke Schubert down in Brisbane at a house concert, actually. It was fantastic at Toowoomba. So, no, brilliant day. Yeah,
lovely. How good is that? Good music in the home.
Yeah, we're so lucky. So lucky to be able to do this type of stuff.
We really are, aren't we? No, we had Adam Brown and Amy Shepherd down over the weekend, and Matt Cornell obviously was there as well. So they had whiskey for her man, and then they had Matt Cornell, and then Amy Shepherd, and then Adam Brandt, and it was pretty wild, actually. And we were really lucky. It has been some big ones, and there's more coming this weekend. We've got Tom Curtin and Mel and Chris with him as well. But last weekend we were really lucky because Bonus have the person behind a lot of their stuff. Their little brother Lewis is amazing, and he was down here last weekend to spend it with us, and it was good fun. We had a lot of fun.
I met Lewis before at Groundwater, and
isn't he good? He's
good value.
He could be a comedian if he wanted to be. He could do anything, absolutely anything. Well, and now we've got John waiting for us in the green room, so we want to have a chat to him. He's got a new single, and we want to talk to him about where he's just played and what he's got coming up for the year. So we're going to welcome him into the room and add him to the stream. There we go. It's three of us.
Howdy, everybody. How are
you? Good. How are you? It's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
Welcome, John.
Thanks, Scott. It's been a few big weeks. Yeah, it's been very. We've been out. Finally got let off the chain and out into the wilderness down this way, and had some fun.
Was it last weekend? It was just gone.
Yes. So last weekend was Boy Up Country Music Fest, that was our first one. Obviously being fairly new, we were very lucky to get a look in there. And the weekend before we were down to the south coast, so Albany, and then back up to home to play at in Kawarama.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good.
How did it feel being out on the road performing, especially, there would have been quite a few people there too. How did that feel?
Yeah, it was good. That's a big reason why I've got gotten going and gotten this project going is because I just love that part of it. Love driving through the homelands and driving through the bush and in different places and get to go there and rock. So
it's a big state, isn't it? Western Australia.
Yes. I mean, between places that have big gigs, I think Boy Up for us was very lucky. It was only an hour and a half away. So whereas we were just under 5 hours each way. So yeah.
And do you have many festivals over in WA, or I know on the East Coast you have quite a few, but
yes, I'm looking forward, and I've got my eyes on them with some targets to tell you. Very jealous. There's lots, and geez, they look good.
Don't they? Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Boy Up Brooks, our main country music festival, a 3-day event, and then we have a few. Yeah, we have a lot of musters and rodeos and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And a couple. We have Nambung and a few other ones, but there's also one brewing in the city I've heard of. It's called The Muster.
Oh,
it's the new one at Claremont Showgrounds. I don't know anything more about it. I just saw the feeds.
That sounds special.
We've had Country Sounds and in Harvey, and another one in Mandurah.
Okay.
There's a lot of firsts here. I think it's growing. It's
good. It is good. I think COVID and country music it's grown since COVID, definitely.
It's exploded, hasn't it?
It has. Yeah.
Biggest, fastest growing genres.
Absolutely.
And it's fantastic to see. It's so big mix out there now. It's a bigger mix, and it's really good to see all ages.
Absolutely.
In country music.
Maybe it's made us appreciate it so much more that we've all just gone, someone took that away from us, and we're going to just put so much on at the moment just so that you keep going. It's made us realize that we don't want to lose it.
Oh, it's such a celebration, I think, because to see especially your festivals over East after some of the hardest lockdowns around the world.
Yeah.
It's such a celebration. Musicians and entertainment, I'll speak pretty freely, was hung up to dry quick over COVID.
Yep.
And without support and that, and and I mean, what did everybody go home and listen to? What did everybody go home and watch?
Yeah.
It kept them sane while they're in locked in their living rooms. So it's good to see that this is a bit of good karma coming back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And you're right. I love how that, it's only essential things that continued, but what are we without this? Like, this is everyone's release. This is everyone's, what are we without the musicians, and how much do you guys jump in to support other charities when things go wrong?
That's right.
It's so important.
First to put up their hand to
that's one ticket. I remember my brother-in-law and he was talking once, and he said, remember Sound Relief?
Yes.
Sound. That's one. And over here in the West, he was looking at me one time. He shook his head. He said, "Why didn't we go? Just charge up the credit card and just go." Wow, what a concert!
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, the first people to jump in are people out of our industry. And Kaz has popped another comment there. I can't. Now let's have a little look. People sometimes don't realize that there are many types of country. No, they don't. They really don't.
Yeah.
I love hearing when someone says, "I don't like country music. I'll listen to any genre but country music."
Yeah.
And then you look at their playlist and go, really?
Yes.
That's country and that's country. And I love that.
I've just been through that myself, just trying to figure out, because we have a lot of rock and blues influences as well. So it's where do we sit? Even looking into Americana and just thinking, that's a bit of more of a loose term for contemporary country. So
and John, where does your band fit, do you think? Is it country rock?
Yeah, I'd say probably country rock, and even blending between almost classic Aussie rock, country rock and Americana. But we do, I mean, our second single was a beautiful, almost traditional country song. It was a duet, so it's too hard to get pinned down, isn't it?
I love that, though. Isn't that so important to, I think that's really good, because we don't get pinned down like we used to. So I think that's just as important as all the things that we're doing. But so how you've been on the road a little bit lately. How have people been receiving your music? Because you've released songs and you're finally out where there are people playing. What has the vibe been like when you've been playing your own songs to them?
Good, very Since the conversation we were just talking about, a couple of people I've spoken to afterwards have saying, they really enjoyed. I mean, one comment was, it's like, hard to, figure out exactly where you sit, but really enjoyed it and enjoyed these songs. So I think people take different enjoyment from different aspects of the live show. Fun. I had a couple of people come up after Boy Up Brook and just say, hey, what's that song? We want to ask, our local radio, whatever, to play this song because one lady, Laurie, if you're watching, hey, Laurie, she said, oh, I need that song on the radio. I'm a dancer, because it's kind of like it's an old kind of almost boogie country traditional thing with some Dixie piano. And she's a dancer and she picked up on that. And so, people are just enjoying it. Only very fresh. I think also down here, it's not genres like down here. There's, say, country rock, say, playing in our region in Margs and playing at shows. There's not a lot. So people are enjoying something different, I think.
Loving that change. Yeah, and that feel. That's really nice to see. And speaking
that kind of leads into a question I was going to ask. Sorry.
Yeah, there was Sally's popped in to say hello. Speaking of the boys, we're talking about you guys a few minutes ago. Thank you for jumping in. Sorry, Scott, I jumped in on you.
No. I was just going to say, being a new band and so forth, how do you find that you try and promote yourself, I guess, for want of a better word, amongst all the other brand new bands out there? I mean, what do you do to stand out,
Far out, mate. Oh, I'll tell you, like, Danny's familiar with my story from the last interview of just music starting to pour out of me after
no choice.
No choice. And the boys, we really got together and just honed it, and we went straight into the studio, and we're living on this dream of just like, let's just play this music. I did not know how much admin was going to be involved.
Jack of all trades.
That's the big one. Yeah. Oh my God, it's just even socials. I'm not the greatest. Lucky the boys are backing us up a bit, but I think socials is our only avenue, because we're stuck down here. We're away from the city, and we kind of, I don't know what people do these days, but we went straight into the studio. So trying to market that music first.
Yes.
One thing we did do was we made video clips straight away. So one of them, we had some good coverage with that media.
Yep.
Yes.
But as far as breaking into a market that is big here, but still not, I don't want to say isolated, because it's a very very healthy market down here, but still breaking into that. It's hard. I think it takes a while before people actually see your stuff and hear your stuff.
Yeah.
So, I know you got the tips, mate. I got my notepad out here.
Exactly. Yeah. But you're right. It does take a little while, but I also think sometimes people don't trust us, but they want to see you live and feel you before they get that really behind you. I don't know. It's like that. You got to build that trust with them or something. I don't know. But I think people.
So we're keen to hit as much live as we can. So Mel Taylor's jumped on and said,
I was about to say that. I was going to bring that up for you. Mel said, fill up the petrol tanks. May have lined up a couple of gigs in Kalgoorlie.
There you go.
It's Mel. Never met her before in my life. she's a great artist, Mel Taylor. We love to play in Cal.
And good music is good music, said Kaz. Absolutely.
Exactly right, Kaz. Yeah.
Exactly right. So what have you guys got coming up for the first part of this year, now that you've gone out and done these big festivals? Are you going to sit down and do more writing? Are you going to have you got a plan?
Definitely. I've booked in for a studio really looking forward to, and that's in April. Because like before, I say, we jumped into the studio really early, and it was so much fun working with Sean Illico, Wade Reynolds, and then getting it mixed and mastered. Matt Fell and King Willie.
Yes.
Willie. That was through a RAF grant, Regional Arts Fund grant that we won. That was really early, so I still think we were really super green. So the stuff that's coming out now, and we've kept it under the hat, is I think it's quite slick, and I think we're really going to enjoy it. And getting to work with James Newhouse next, which is Lamb Chop Studios over here.
Yes.
So headhunted a bit and got a bit of advice pointing in the right direction. And I mean, he's an artist that he worked with recording Cody Lee. Just got another West Australian Country Music Award. So yeah, he's really got his finger on the pulse for all the stuff around this area, around this genre. Sorry. So really looking forward to getting in and doing that very soon, April. So as soon as I can get in with him. He's a very busy man.
Say, that's actually, you've done it really well. It's funny, isn't it? Because it does take a while to find the person that understands what you want the sound to be like as well.
Yes.
It's getting to know them, and it sometimes takes a little while to find that right fit when you're new and evolving.
And we had so much fun recording these 4 that we've got out with Wade Reynolds. It was such an experience. I hadn't been in the studio for over a decade, and
it's been a long time.
Yeah, just fleshing this stuff out. I think that was such a good experience and learnt so much from it. So the next sound is really right on the money. I just can't wait to exactly.
Have you been testing out some of those new songs at some of these lives that you've been doing?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we've been playing a few, but there's a couple that I'm sort of keeping tucked away.
Keeping special, mate.
Yeah.
That would be hard though. I'd find that so hard.
Well, and same, the boys just want to, it's like,
sort of play it.
They want to play them and get into it. But, I mean, we have, nearly 90 minutes worth of original anyway. So,
that's crazy. 90 minutes is.
It's been fun chucking in a few covers too.
Yes.
We got to go down and play with Mike, and this is an experience that we love. It was going down to Albany and Ben found through music contacts a fiddle player down there.
Yep.
And he just came up and shredded, and we played Devil, went down to Georgia and things like that. So throwing in a few covers and engaging with local community and
loosens the crowd up. Yep.
Yeah.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, loosen them up, and it's almost when you're doing those covers something you don't have to think as hard about either, because they just come out, don't they? Yeah.
Super fun.
Jan has popped in and said hello. How are you,
Hey,
Jan?
Jan.
I haven't
Hey, Jan.
seen you in so long. Naughty Nana. Do people still call you that very often these days?
Of course they do. Of course they do. She was called Naughty Nana last weekend anyway. I seen her there.
Oh, there we go. See?
She's at the house concert.
And, what's this one say? I couldn't see it. Sorry. 90 minutes is a great start with originals when you're starting out. Absolutely, it is. That's a lot of originals. 90 minutes is a heavy set. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we go straight through, and and that's the journey that we like to build with a set. Is we start out with earworms and then move into something. You just can take on a bit of a journey. We're still album fans, I don't know. Our album's going to come back. I'm hoping.
I hope so.
Fingers crossed.
They never left for the diehards, but
that's right. Yeah, they've never left for us. That's right. Even I love that vinyl's coming back. I just hope that stays.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah. With you recording your first 4 songs with Matt and all those different people, and now what you've got coming out, do you think that you needed to do that? Otherwise, your sound wouldn't have evolved like you are now? Because I know, obviously, you started out so soon, and as you said, you're quite green at the time. But do you think you would have grown any more without just doing that and getting in and releasing those few songs?
Oh, definitely. I think you're on the money. Personally, I'm playing, just working on it. Like for me, the vocal work, sometimes I sit and listen to a few of them now. I go, I should have pressed the auto-tune button a bit more on that note. Just trying to keep it honest, but I tell you what, I'm not doing that again. So I think we're just, getting better. A few of us hadn't played at that full on for a while. I wouldn't change it for anything. It was so much fun, and it was so cathartic and natural with the guys that we had around us, with Wade, and it was just, it all worked out, fell in lap perfectly. So I wouldn't change it for the world.
Yeah, I love that. I love you.
Has it gotten better? Oh, yeah, it's gotten better. We're just can't wait to just.
But I love that. That's part of being an artist, isn't it? You don't have an artist that's released 10 albums with all the same. Like everybody changes over that time, whether it be their music evolving or and them as a person, them as an artist, and all these things come into play, don't they? And I love that, hearing that sound grow, which is why I think we like albums so much, because you hear that whole story unfold. And Kaz said that, she said, I'm still an album fan. Absolutely, Kaz. I agree so much. And Dan said, great that you have so many originals. Congrats. It's
it's just I teach music. I'm a teacher. I teach music, and I'm standing in front of classes, of like all sorts of teachers, right? And I tell them that, hey guys, back in the day, I mean, I wasn't there, but back in the day, people camped out, say like we're doing some lessons and some music work on Pink Floyd, The Wall. And so people camped out to get this album, and then they all raced home, and it was like a village, your neighbors came round and they all sat down and listened to it. And they're just sitting there going, what? And it's
I know.
It was like a movie, man. It was like, and
it's true.
I remember one album in particular I got was me and my mate, Rage Against the Machine. I can't remember. Anyway, we just, no, we're not allowed to listen to it. CD player got all the way back to his driveway, and then just sat there and put it in. Just didn't even make it out of the car.
No, because it jumps whenever you go over a bump.
Yes. We didn't want any distractions of traffic. We just wanted to like sit there and.
Yep. And it was
It's so different now. I mean, you got the waterfall strategy, single, and then album, and then you got to move with the time, So.
Cass said we used to camp out for tickets to gigs too, and you know what? I would still do it if I had to. I would still do it.
Now you're sitting by your computer pressing refresh.
Yeah. Why did you get in first? Yeah. You work. I can't work for the next hour. I'm busy.
Yes.
It used to be like that. I remember when people used to come to the Princess Theatre, it'd be the Princess Theatre opens at 9. I would be there at 8:30, ready to get in those doors to get those tickets, and I would still do it without a doubt. I'd still do it if I had to.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a buzz in it, It's a bit. Yeah.
Got them.
I guess we're lucky we saw those times.
Yeah. And everybody tried that with Luke Coombs, and nobody got any.
Oh. That's crazy. Hey, that's so cool to see, this guy, this genre, this style, just busting records. I just love it.
Yeah, I love that. And it used to be you're the only one that I've ever known that likes country music, and now you see the people that used to say that at the shows.
Yeah. My brother was on site the other day, and he's like, these young cats these 20-year-old cats, they were listening to this, that Luke guy or whatever, it's awesome, I'm like, yeah, Luke Combs.
Country music is cool now. It's so good.
Yeah.
When you're with those kids, that would make you. Yeah, it just shows the importance, how important it is to remember what it can be like with music, and I think songs from when we were younger and listening to whole albums, we remember the lyrics to every single one and what one was going to come on next, and now a song doesn't last quite as long, does it? It sort of comes in, and there's so many new ones coming on top that it.
Do you remember the first album you bought?
Slim Dusty.
Yes.
Oh, Scott, what was yours?
What did you?
It wasn't country. It was Noiseworks album, actually.
Yeah, same wasn't what? Oh wow, Noiseworks.
What was yours? Noiseworks.
Always loved Australian rock and roll. And Noiseworks was the one.
Yeah.
One that I actually bought. I was spoiled because I'm the third child, so there were albums everywhere.
Yes.
Again, not country. So my skater, surfer, punk youth. Green Day, Dookie.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that was on repeat for about a year. So I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we all remember.
I bet you know every lyric, and as you're singing one song, what the next one will be before it starts.
Yeah. Oh. Noiseworks. We're about to start filming a clip for It Ain't You, and that on the rocks. Yeah, I think I'll be pinching a few scenes from that because we want to show our area.
Yes.
So setting up the drums on a rock on a high swell day.
Yep.
Might have to take out some insurance first.
Why not?
We lost our first drummer on a horrible film clip accident. Yeah, King Wave just.
He's gone. It was worth it.
Actually, I watched a couple of your videos today, and they're mint, mate. I mean, they tell a story, you know.
Yeah.
And,
oh, great. Oh, that's awesome.
It's like a mini movie. I was just going to mention that because, yeah, you're doing a great job with your videos.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Having loads of fun.
Really wanted, like you said, Scott, we really wanted that story to come across, and lucky to work with a local videographer here, Southern Star Photography.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just, it was really cool. Especially, well, they're all great, but the community that came around to help, like in the first one, you know, the cars, you see that, nice cars. Yeah, you know, a couple of community guys that we met, just yeah, whatever car you want. And it's like, well, what have you got? And then they just start lifting like a dream.
This.
Yeah, you can drive it. I remember our second single, a long-time friend of mine, Novak, from Boom Bap Power, she come in and did the duet there. And she was climbing into the driver's seat of a 57 Chev, I think, you know, it's worth like 150K. And she's just like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. He's like, oh, don't worry. Just drive it like you stole it. And, on your ride, and Ali Holt, if you're listening in, thank you for your help. You know, just those, it's cool because those experiences have been about community as much as the story as well. So
and that's even
they knit together very well, mate. You've done a great job on them.
Oh, thanks, Scott. Yeah. Oh, looking forward to the next one because it's like that song You just wants to make me film Beds of Burning again, you know, and just get up on a rock. I got to try and not dance like that, you know. It's like,
does anyone really want to dance like that?
It's so good. Oh, I got to see them recently. They came down here, and massive Midnight Oil fan all my life. Never seen them. Shocking. Finally got to see them, and they played for like over 2 hours straight. Oh. And he did not stop. He was just floating across the stage.
My God.
I felt like I was at a shrine, you know. I was just like,
He's mastered. It's his dance now. Anyone else tries just looks terrible. You know?
Yeah, that's it. So I've got to do something else. I can't do that on the rocks. I'm just like,
no, don't do that on the rocks. We'll be looking for that. We'll be looking for that.
We will.
Hang on. There's a Peter move there, mate. 1 minute 57. There's a Peter move. You
Oh, dear.
Jan popped in. She said she's showing her age. Red Roses for a Blue Lady, Wayne Newton first album. Yes. How beautiful.
On vinyl, no doubt.
I reckon. Yes.
Yes.
Tell us. I tell you what. There's so many. It's interesting. I always love hearing everybody's record collection and where they started. It's always an interesting one.
I'm just reading Kaz's. We used to camp out for tickets. I want to camp out for tickets again.
I know.
Yeah.
I want to camp out for music again. I want it to be that exciting that this album is coming out on that date and I'm going to be there to get the hard copy.
That'd be cool.
That's what I want. Yes. I remember when you used to have to, if you wanted something that wasn't Australian, you wouldn't get it for a couple of years after it was actually released.
Yes.
And you used to have to find any avenue you could get to get that album into the country. And it was this challenge of, how can I do this? I want that.
I'm showing my age now, but Countdown was one of my favourite shows, just to get all those firsts from overseas and so forth.
Well,
we got we didn't get Countdown, but we got Molly on Hey Hey. That's so that was we got a little bit of it, but you know, I remember watching I used to hang out for that. So
yes. I don't know. All these shows that we used to watch on a set night and you couldn't miss it. There couldn't be I'm going to bed early that night because if you missed it, what did you do? There was no hope.
That's right. And because there's no internet, so you missed it.
Yeah, tape it. And I remember my nana used to tape for my dad, and there was a few really important country music ones coming on, and he set her up with the remote that had the cord from the pan to the TV and the video player, and she had to press stop when the ads come on and play when the ad finished.
Yeah,
she got it the wrong way around. She got it the wrong way around.
Oh, power of ads. Well, you had a remote. I was the third child, so I was the remote. I was like, you know,
get up and press
Swift kick, get up, Channel 9.
Get up, hit the button, John.
No, Don had the old dial thing, you know. Maybe that's why I became a drummer. Anyway, that lovely rhythm on the TV.
There wasn't loads of channels yet to flick through either back then. It was so much easier.
Especially
John, what other instruments do you play in the band?
Yeah.
So I play I just mainly switch between keys and guitar.
Okay.
But I do have a background in drumming, and I do have, maybe I'll announce it to the world now. Maybe something to get excited about. I did not plan this. It just happens to be here.
This was not planned.
Here we go. It's not a pizza, although I am hungry. But it's just this beautiful. Where is it? Can't even open it. Live television, folks.
Live television, that's right. Look at that.
Wow.
I had a feeling that's what was coming out of there.
Just got it hooked up for plugging in on stage, and so that's my next baby.
Nice.
And, I love it. Just
Have you started learning?
Yes. Obviously the right hand's no dramas, but the left hand bass thing is quite interesting.
How special!
But swap between guitar and keys and on stage.
Wow.
Jan said, "Wow, unbelievable! That is exciting." Now I want to get over there.
Dangerous. It's like when I start playing that thing. Any Celtic roots of people listening out there, it's like, glasses need to be smashed and brawls need to ensue. It's that kind of.
Have you played that one at school? Have the kids seen that one?
No, I haven't taken it in yet, but I will.
They will love that. They probably won't know what it is.
I was going to say, yeah.
They probably won't know what it actually is. But
brilliant.
Wow.
Sensational.
We haven't even. Where can we find you, your new music and shows? Where can people keep an eye on you? I've got your website up the top of the comments.
Website, Facebook, Instagram is the main two. All of our upcoming shows are always on the website, and links to our link tree and our other media like the YouTube stuff and direct streaming. So all the normal socials. Between Facebook and Instagram.
And Mel said bagpipes next.
No, because that's too violent. It's like when I hear that's my heritage. It's just the pants are coming off and someone's getting invaded. I can't listen to bagpipe. That's the thing about the grand final. I'm glad I wasn't there live. I would have had to be straitjacketed because that comes, Robbie Williams and Delta Goodrum absolutely nailing it. And then a bunch of bagpipes as well. I'm already there for the footy. I wouldn't have been able to.
You've been off your three, you reckon?
Oh, mate. Okay. Bagpipes. There's something about it. I don't know. It must be heritage because when I hear them, I tear up and the chest comes out.
Pride grows within.
Am I the only one who thinks it's like a beautiful instrument, Mel? She's actually, I'm going to disclose, she's actually my sister. Come on, Mel.
Oh, okay.
You've got the same heritage as me. You hear a bagpipe, you cheer up and muscle up. I bet you do. Like the English are coming. Oh, hang on.
Oh, Jen.
Bagpipe.
Bagpipes here.
I'm just holding on to that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yes.
It's so good. See how quickly the time goes. And this is why I always say, just be 20 minutes. You'll be fine to do another interview afterwards. And what do
no pressure.
No pressure at all. Probably you got me going.
No. I always say, the artists always ask, how long do I need? Should I book another one afterwards? Yeah, we'll be finished in plenty of time. And I don't think I've ever done it yet.
Next time you got to give me a touch on, wrap it up in 20, mate, and I'll stick to the script.
We're too good at talking in this show. It's a thing I'm very good at.
Oh, maybe I'll just rattle through that. Yeah, we got, April we're going in to the studio. Lamb Chop, Jimmy Newhouse, looking forward to it. Probably really focus on just cutting one or two singles that we can.
Yes.
This was just a toe in the water, although we do love our work and appreciate what we've created, but we were so learning. So the next one we will try and push it as hard as we can and get it to as many fans as we can.
Awesome.
So hopefully toward spring it would probably pop out, but until then, just gigs here unless anybody's watching wants to throw us on a lineup, there, go for it.
Absolutely, yeah. We need some. We need more. Jonathan's popped in as well to say hi, Jonathan. He said,
"Hey, nice name."
Yeah, nice name. Yeah. No, it's really great to hear you getting some shows over there, and it does sound like WA music scene is growing, which is what we want it to do. It's taken its time, but it's getting there. It's getting there slowly.
Yeah, and thanks to the promoters, you know, and the guys running the big festivals, are starting to recognise that the other genres. I mean, we've always had some strong subgenres other than, you know, popular music like blues and roots and stuff like that, but they're getting behind jazz, they're getting behind country, they're getting behind lots of different stuff. So on your promoters.
I think we're getting more and more open to all music, which is good. But good on them, because it is a risk. It is a risk. Any change you make to something like that is a risk. So thank you for taking those risks and doing it for us. Yeah. But no, thank you so much for joining us again, John. I hope you want to come back after April and we can talk about your next lot of music that you're about to release.
Oh, I'd love to. And even hopefully we get this video clip done and get it out to people if they're enjoying the video clips. Just send us a message, flick us a message, tell us what streams or whatever stuff you prefer. Whatever. We're just trying to get out there.
Tell them what you think of the songs. Tell them what parts you like, and maybe even where you wish they'd come and play. Tell them some areas to go to.
That'd be great. Yeah,
that helps a lot. So I want to get you guys to Tamworth next year. I think that you will just love it, and you'll.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, definitely. And
I think
we're sort of just finishing phase 1, and then phase 2 is all right. Let's get right out there. Yeah.
Fire going. I love it. So, well, thank you everybody for joining us. It's been I'm sorry that we didn't get back with some other shows last week, but we're here now and we're back. And Scott's going to start jumping in every now and again. So be kind. He's doing so well.
Very kind people out there. Very kind. No, it's been fun. Thank you so much.
I want to start with Scott and I can do a new show, classic albums.
That's right.
Classic albums, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, only kids from 12 to 18 are allowed to log on, and we'll just teach them, stuff they missed out on. You missed out on it. You missed it.
Yes. Yeah. You need to be re-educated. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, thanks so much for having us. Yeah, thanks very much for having us on.
Who did I have here talking about songs the other day, and they said they'd never heard of Waltzing Matilda because they don't do that at school anymore. I was like, oh,
well, no, I didn't.
That's really bad.
Yeah. That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not good. They had Home Among the Gum Trees. They'd done that one, but they didn't know Waltzing Matilda. And Judy, hi Judy. She said she's late, but I hope you're well as Judy. I haven't seen you for a few weeks. No, but we need to get that back in the schools too. The traditional.
I love how the young crew today, like I'm talking, I don't even know what their generation's called now, but say, 18, 16, 18, 20-year-olds are really embracing it's like classic Aussie colloquialism again.
Yeah.
And really finding an identity in it. And, hopefully, I know that you sing Waltzing Matilda at the rugby, but did they can that or?
I don't know. They need to.
Yeah, they're getting back into it, which is kind of cool.
It's good. We need to get all the classics from all the areas so that we remember it, the important stuff.
The Bushwhackers. Wow.
Oh,
Bushwhackers, yeah.
And they get that. Yeah, that's good. They're going around.
Did you get to see them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you just sit there. You can't take your eyes off them. Doesn't matter how much you just can't. It's so good.
Might have to do with his purple polka dot suit. Three-piece suit he was wearing on a 38-degree day.
Oh wow!
That was just like impressive. Anyway,
that is really impressive, and you probably don't want to sit next to them after that either.
No, probably not.
Well, thank you so much, John. Thank you for joining us, and thank you, Scott, for braving us. And hopefully you come back for our next one. Maybe I can talk you into it.
Thank you guys for supporting up and coming music. Really appreciate it.
And keep doing what you're doing, mate. Sounding great.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. We'll see you all very soon.
All right. Bye.